100 miles away from you there in Orlando as we come to you from the European home of the NFL, London, England. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the London Monarchs. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. They'll come out throwing here on first down. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Gun.
He'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And down he'll go at the 25. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Gun. All right, here we go.
Back to throw here. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
319.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
No. Check. Patriot.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Gun. All right, here we go.
Back to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And got his man complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Gun! All right, here we go. 319! 319!
They'll look to throw here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. This will be their first trip to the red zone. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. And they'll go on the ground. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A lot depended on the spot there, and he got it. But it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin as it's London football to begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. A 5-yard touchdown run. And his guys are able to strike for 6. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now a play fake here on first down. Flushed out right. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A very solid gain of 27. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now they'll run it on the toss. Finding room inside the 40. That good for 19 and a first down.
Well, after those plays, the offense coordinator has to feel like he has balance in his favor. Threw it, then ran it, both for nice chunks of yardage. Now he feels like he's got things going in his direction, but the defensive coordinator, his guys are off balance a little bit. How does he set up, and what does he plan for on the next play? Is there a tendency there he can lock in on and maybe set his defensive call?
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He's going deep for Brown, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Back that up.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And Cook has it left side. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. And they rattle off a big one. 52 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And complete right side to Cook. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. In for the score. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Extra point attempt to come here. Extra point up and through. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
A Hall of Fame coach once said, there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or two. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll drop to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Gun! 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 Check 43. Over! Gun! 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 Gun!
Now back to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And they'll run it here. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. To throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Set. Green 39.
They'll set up a throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And you don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. And they went for a big play through the air on second down, couldn't connect. Now it's third. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, as they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll set up to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bishop. Able to corral him right at the midfield stripe following that sparkling display of footwork we saw. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down way back at the 42-yard line. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs. first down. He'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Looking to throw. On the crossing route, complete. It's Campbell. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now they try the right side here. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14, and his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
He'll look to throw, and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off down near the 5, and the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, 1st down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed him, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And that will be incomplete as well.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it here. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. They'll drop to throw. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Brown. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Over the middle, complete. That's Mack. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Got him in. It's Brown. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Back to throw here. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Now a play fake here on first down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's going to go down again.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 22. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And on the ground they go with the running back. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And they'll go on the ground. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Now they try the right side here. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
And they bring their punter out there now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. On play action, they'll throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 13. Whoosh. And now running right through it. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship. And now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say cheerio from London.
Come heavy, like Shaq attack up on a backboard. Gummy, back up on a backboard. When she asked me if I love her, I just act bored. Say loser, ask for it. Living movie, blockbuster, this ain't a rental. Talking moody, all these diamonds up in my dental. I get never minded if I offend you. I need the silence, chaos is in my mental. You need a PJ first class, not what you went to. You need to relay, chase money like you sane. How I give you the boat chain and plane. Fame name, that's insane. Private. You need a, in case the movies get insane. You need a ruby, the kind of jewelry that's from the rain. I'm just here to remind you, but never mommy, man. I'm here to remind you where you come from. All this peace retreat is lame done. You can never get rid of me, I live in you. Both of our offend you.
count a gold yard bandana. Big, a lot of like Santa. Threw a birthday party in a phantom. Big, like a dinosaur did it. And you know, shining like acrylic. Yeah, I had cornrow. I can see you hang with the door closed. Now I'm looking for a glove with a sparkle on it. And my got chocolate on it. Big bank take small. Bank account on some tall. Attitude on some bank roll on what it do, boo. He had the roulette vibe. And if I ain't did it yet, I'll try it.
Big bank, tight, low bank. Big bank, tight, low bank. Type of money you gon' need a sight. The type of money you gon' need to buy. From the hood, this type of money make you stay away. Type of money gon' let you. Big bank, tight, low bank. Big bank, tight, low bank.
She said, what you gon' do if I leave? I said, I'ma do me. B.I.G. Everything zoomed in. Big on me looking like I'm moving in. Got my foot in the door and we still here. I'm a first generation millionaire. I broke the curse of my family not having. I'm passionate like just after more than just cashing. Feed me to the wolves, now I lead the packing. You boys all cap, I'm more Colin Kaepernick. I'm rare as affordable healthcare. Or going to wealth from welfare. I turn my W's to those. I might buy a red bottoms with the crypto. 3 coins, that'll pay your whole semester. But you gotta better than a Tesla.
Big bank, tight, low bank. Big bank, tight, low bank. Type of money you gon' need a sight. The type of money you gon' need to buy. From the hood, this type of money make you stay away. Type of money gon' let you. Big bank, tight, low bank. Big bank, tight, low bank.
Back again, back to back, made back, stacked it. I'm a Slim Shady, the M. Once he black, he'll be back again. Tell him that it's crunch time abdomen. Yes, I caught Mad Chanel and Mad Javin. She did it again, imagine them. About to make these bums mad again. Back to them. I lead the pack, so my back's to them. Yup, the queen's back, what's happening? Rerun, about to make these